Where have I been? And if I'm gonna be honest, it seems like every single week I'm making a video like this, where it's like where I start off the video explaining, oh, this is the reason why I haven't uploaded for a week. But this has probably been the busiest week of my entire life. Honestly, it's been crazy. Okay, I have school stuff going on, I got like social stuff going on, I got YouTube stuff going on. It's just been crazy, okay? So let me start from the beginning. So I started this big video a few weeks ago, started recording it, and I eventually finished recording it. And then I just had to do the voiceover. But before I do the voiceover, I had to write the script. So I wrote the script, and then when I was done with the script, I did the voiceover. So it just has to be edited together. So I spent like 2 weeks just like trying, not 2 weeks, like a week trying to just edit it, right? And I'm about halfway done, but now I'm at the stage where I really don't want to edit the video. Okay, so that one might be pushing out, I'm pushing it till a little later. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, I need to make more videos, right? Because I haven't uploaded in a week and it's coming across 2 weeks. So when I decided that I had to make another video, I was like, what video should I make? It's probably gonna be Minecraft, honestly. Like, I'm trying to push it more towards a Minecraft channel. I mean, I kind of just do whatever I like to do, whether like whatever video game I want to play, you know, but it's mostly Minecraft, right? So when I was thinking of what video I should make, it turns out the next day I had a big school thing. So in school, there's this thing called Link Crew. I don't know if your guys' schools had it or have it or whatever, but I was chosen to be in Link Crew with a few of my friends, including my sister. So if you don't know what Link Crew is, basically Link Crew is a thing that basically teachers have to recommend you for, and then when you do it, you help the freshmen in high school, right? You know, you give them tours, you show them around, you help them out, and you get about 10 freshmen every year. So basically, you're in charge of those 10 freshmen. You know, you get their numbers, you send them texts about different things at school, they can ask you questions, all of that stuff. And when school starts, you see them about every week, you know, until a certain point, and then it's kind of just like whatever, right? They kind of just cut the freshmen loose, but we'll still be there as Link Crew leaders with them for the entire year. So this year in particular was extra special with the whole pandemic thing going on. Most people hadn't even been to the school. So every sophomore there hadn't even been to high school yet. Okay, they missed it because we had a whole year online and half their year was already gone. So this year, freshmen and sophomores have never been there. So, but you know, since sophomores are kind of freshmen, we kind of left them out to dry. They don't get freshman orientation or any of that stuff. So for Link Crew, I had it coming up the next day. And with Link Crew, it's a little interesting, right? A few of my friends did it. I got recommended to do it. And I was like, I want to do this because I like helping people. I like public speaking and stuff. And I was like, hey, this will be a great opportunity for me to help some freshmen out, maybe have some fun, you know, give them tours, all that stuff. And I ended up taking the elective as well, which is optional. You can still take Link Crew and not take the elective, but if you take the elective, you can't not take Link Crew, if that makes sense. So anyway, I had that coming up and I waited to the next day. So it's the day of Link Crew, right? We have to be there at 1 o'clock and it ends at 5:30. So it's like 5 hours, 4.5 hours, whatever you want to call it. So basically, in this Link Crew thing, they have you play different games, basically do everything you want to do with the freshmen. And the way that it ended up working out is we played a bunch of games, but guys, honestly, it was a little crazy. You might not believe this. They actually made us do physical contact with the opposite gender. I know. It's crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, you know? But if I'm going to be honest, it was a little interesting because we have not been at school for a year. And most of us have not seen people in a year. And if you've seen people, it was recent, not that big, you're not really used to it. And being exposed to this many people is new to a lot of people, right? Because we had like 150 kids in Link Crew, right? Half the people, not half, but a lot of people who were invited decided not to do it because it just wasn't their thing. And on the second day, people would drop out because basically we had this Link Crew training over the summer, which was 5 hours, like I said, and it was 2 days, 2 5-hour periods, and then it was a skip a day, and then it was freshman orientation, and then the next day was a makeup day, but we'll get to that later. So what ended up happening was we played a few games. You know, we went in, we did a lot of interesting things. You know, they had us, you know, do like massages to the random person next to us and like back scratches, and it was kind of weird, you know, because you always got that one person next to you that you have no idea who they are. If they're the opposite gender, it might be a little weird. That happened to me. Thankfully, I was next to my friends, so that was cool. These are just people that I've been friends with from previous years. Not like close best friends, but just I knew them, we were friends, all that stuff, and we grouped up and we started hanging out. A few of the people who are close to me were my sister Jillian and my cousin Daniel. They've both been in a ton of videos in this channel, so that's pretty cool. There's also a few other people, obviously, but whatever. So the unfortunate thing about Link Crew is they don't let you pick your partners, so that's a little you know. There's a lot of kind of like, oh, I want to know who my partner is until I learn and they suck and all that stuff, whatever. And one of the Link Crew rules, whether it's listed or not, is they make sure you don't get with your friends, okay? They watch you, they see who you hang out with, then when they put you in groups, they know who not to stick you with. And honestly, it's kind of a bummer, but it kind of makes sense because there's those kids who always slack off and slack around and stuff. So anyway, after we do those like massage games and stuff, we go do this other game. We get in a big circle, all like 150 of us, and they have every other person step forward. And here's the thing, my brother has done Link Crew before, so he told me about this game, and it's called like Birdie on a Perch, where half the people go step forward and go in a smaller circle, and then there's the outside circle, and the people in the middle are the birdies, and the people on the outside are not the birdies, they're the perches. So basically what happens is they play music. So imagine musical chairs, but the chairs are the perches and the perches are the people. So the chairs are the people. So basically music plays, we go in opposite directions, and then the music stops, and then everyone in the middle starts running to random directions to try to find their friends or whoever, because they do not want to be the last person in the middle who doesn't have a partner. What happens to them? They have to find another partner, and it's kind of just embarrassing because they have to do the walk of shame in front of everyone. That happened to my cousin Daniel a few times. It was very sad. So it's a little weird because the perches work where you have to take a knee. You ever play soccer? You know what take a knee is? Sports, all that stuff. And the birdies have to sit on your knee, which is a little weird. Most of the kids sat next to the person, right? Sat next to the person because they didn't want to be rude. They didn't want to sit on someone's knee. Just sat next to it, maybe hovered over it, all of that stuff. I was fortunate to be a perch the whole time, so I didn't have to sit on anyone's knee. And I don't care if people sit on my knee because it's like whatever, but I don't want to sit on other people's knees because then they could be uncomfortable and that would suck. So anyway, what happened next? You know, they had to flap their wings around and stuff like that, and it was fun. And I'm so glad I found these friends because honestly, I went into it knowing a lot of people, but a few of them were my sister's friend and one of them was my cousin Daniel. And I mean, it was pretty cool, but if I didn't find them, I would have been in trouble because my sister hung out with a bunch of her friends and like none of my made friends were there. So I'm so glad I found those friends because I would have been in trouble because I wouldn't have had many people to group up with. Snack time came around, and honestly, I would have sworn on my life that they would have given us like fruit snacks and like a granola bar, something like that. My other friends were betting that it was going to be chips, and I'm like, there's no way it's going to be chips. There's no way. I was surprised because we went outside to get snacks. It was water, Rice Krispies, and Oreos, and I was like, what the heck is this? So one of the Link Crew teachers passes me an Oreo. I open it, they're all crushed. I show my friends, they're like, aw, dang, that sucks. So, yeah. But, you know, we play a few more games, you know, nothing really of note, honestly. We're just going around. One thing, though, we do make our groups, not our main Link Crew group. So the way the Link Crew groups works is at the end of this little Link Crew thing, they will give us groups and they will give us assigned freshmen. It's groups of 2, by the way, okay? So anyway, we go get our groups just for these 2 days, these 2 5-hour days. We get groups where we can do all the activities and stuff. So we went to play this game called Human Tiger Trap. And it's basically rock, paper, scissors, but humans, tigers, and traps. So tigers beat humans, humans beat traps, traps beat tigers. So yeah, pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. So we're doing it, squaring off against people. My friend, we'll call him Jeffrey, my friend Jeffrey and I, right? We're hanging out, and he immediately runs to me, which I was like, yes, let's go, because I wanted a friend, and it's really cool when you meet like a friend and they run right to you, which is cool because that's like, oh, you're like the main guy, and me and this guy, we're friends, right? And this is really where we became like pretty good friends because like, we were hanging out. Like we kind of hung out before, like we knew each other. Like we were like in class friends, we had like a mutual friend, but like right now we just like hung out the whole time from this experience. So it was a cool way to meet new people, including him, which was cool.